welcome to Old Sins and Sinners here on the Nerd Eternal Network. I'll be your storyteller for the evening, Jason, and with me as usual, make sure I got everybody unmuted, will be Eric as Alexander, Sarah as Mace, Carr as Ezekiel, Zeke to his friends, Rappy as Catriona,
Hello.
Nix as Lucille,
Howdy.
and Patrick as Cyrus.
And I'm back. How's it going?
All right, who wants to go over what happened last week? Keep it as clean as possible.
much.
Traipsing through the woods after the mud monster things found the eye snatcher standing over Cyrus.
Correct.
Proceeded to beat the crap out of the eye snatcher.
It
Herb
went
does not
poorly
believe
for him.
Eye Snatcher.
I don't think all of y'all came through unscathed, but
We all had our eyes, so
yeah,
Yeah.
which is the big thing. You really got my hope up with those two intrusions super early, but not during
was
the actual
trying.
combat.
I thought I had carried Lucille because she was hurting, but I thought I had almost given you one with one of my rolls, but it was like one off or something like that.
Yeah, it's got to be the one for the intrusion.
You had rolled a 2.
Yeah.
But so yeah, big brawl with old sight blinder. I'm sorry, go ahead, sir.
I was saying it was so close.
And it's physical attacks that could tend to connect mostly, or at least reasonable amount. But every time it tried something mental against Zeke, he was just like, nope. I'm just going to turn into a bear.
Control when there's nothing there.
Yep. I'm just going to turn into a bear, stand up, straddle Cyrus so the thing can't get to him.
Yep.
Do we have to use that word choice?
That was not me.
For those of you who are coming later, there was a lengthy conversation about what happened before this. And no, we will not go into detail.
Phrasing.
But Zeke was protecting Cyrus. That's all people need to know.
Correct. It's just a good thing that, Cyrus didn't, wake up and look up at that exact moment.
Yeah.
The curb stomped the eye guy.
Yes.
Took his body back.
A thunder puppy and learn its name.
Yeah,
Oh,
Thunder
yes.
Puppy saved
Jerry.
us.
Yeah.
Alexander
Sure,
reached
Thunder
out
Puppy.
to anything in the area that might be able to help, and a thunder puppy responded. I gotta quit calling it that, but it's really trivializing how dangerous they could be.
Did we ever figure out how to pronounce it? Was it just Jerry?
No, it's Jerry. Because I literally
Okay.
looked it up.
It
and
is pronounced Jerry. It's spelled very differently.
Geri. I know that much, but it's like
Big, majestic Thunder Puppy. Oh, Jerry.
Well, I'm sure there should be some Scandinavian accent to that, But anyway,
No, I looking it up. It just said it's Jerry.
but it came when Alexander called. Recognized the Eye Stealer as something unnatural and wrong. I mean, it's a wolf thing turned into clouds, so what it considers unnatural, who knows? But it pinned the thing down, and then Mace came up and literally stomped its head like a melon.
And then they proceed to drag that body all the way to Lula.
Yep.
Mostly in the back of a truck.
They got its name only because Zeke can speak to animals.
Lucille can now, too.
Copycat.
yay, tear up. Just part of the tear up, man.
Yep. But yeah, so Deputy Don decided to let Lula examine the body because he knew the sheriff would not want him dragging that sort of thing into the police precinct.
Station.
Yeah. As Lula's examining the body, Deputy Don gets a lesson in how the world really works around these parts. It was information he did not want to know, but kind of feels like he needs to know. Let's see, was there anything else of any real relevance? I think we've covered. I think that's most
Alexander
of it.
did that bit with Tainted Earth.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
Yep.
yes. He managed to purify the sample he had, the coffee pot size sample. So it is clean.
right.
Now all he's got to do is wash the dirt out and he can use his coffee pot again.
Well, he also
Maybe.
needs to figure out how to take that purification large scale.
Mhm.
Next step of the project.
Yeah, his next step of the project.
That was also
And
Because
did
once
you
that happens, his arc is, well, this character arc anyway, is complete.
have to say, did you switch to 2 packs a day recently? What's
No.
Allergies.
Rappy's cat decided it was time to murder me.
Like I
I
said,
almost won.
she did.
look. Cats
She
are
almost
allergy
did.
sinking missiles. Okay.
They are. No, no joke. I'm gonna take one of those like medical grade air purifiers. Like I keep one in my room. I'm gonna take one over there, plug that sucker in, watch it just like watch the cloud of dander just get.
And then it'll get clogged, and then it'll stop working.
I'll bring filters. Trust me.
He's gonna come with a Batman level of prep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Send it ahead.
He's gonna have to, or else he'll die. The cats want him dead. It has been
They do.
decided.
I
They do.
still don't remember that one time that I just like woke up in the middle of the night to Vinny. Like, was it Vinny or Scully sleeping on me? Just woke up, took a picture, sent it to Sarah, went back to sleep.
Oh, it was Scully.
I was like, what the hell?
I still don't remember this.
Tangents.
Yeah.
That's where the episode pretty much ended.
Yeah, everybody else was going home.
All right. So y'all get the afternoon to relax. Well,
Mace's,
not Mace. Mace has got to start a bonfire.
yeah, Mace's got to start a bonfire, but once everyone is gone, she's gonna show those photos she took of the text on the walls to Lula. And then ask, is there anything in the doctor's past that might hint at anything untowards or magical?
Why do you ask? And she's looking real unhappy about the stuff she's seen in these pictures.
All of us kind of looked at that stuff and got a headache or just felt like critters were crawling under her skin after a little bit. He looked at him a lot longer and didn't seem to be bothering him. He scraped a little bit of the blood off it too. Granted, it could just be because, taking evidence, but
I'll be honest, I don't know a whole lot about Dr. Seats. He's been... I guess he showed up... I don't know, he's only been here a couple of years. Came in from another part of the state, I believe.
well, no, he sure as hell don't like Alexander.
Might just be a dislike of competition. Alexander is a trained doctor.
I mean, fair enough. Ain't
new
like he's
one
opening up a
isn't?
practice.
I'm sure Alex will win him over eventually. He wins about everybody over. I mean, if he can make
Whether they
friends with
like it
you,
or not.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Just kind of looks that was wearing down for at least elementary, most of middle school.
But he did it, and he didn't stop.
Fair enough. I'm gonna start a bonfire.
Off the property. I remember that.
Yes,
Yeah. She's making sure it's off the property.
on someone else's property.
It's somebody. It's the state. It's the state's property now.
Yeah, it might be the county, might be the state.
Oh, hey, there's a fire in that ditch. Good luck.
Who set this? I don't know.
Yeah.
Mace there with a can of gasoline and like a handful of matches.
Damn kids committing insurance fraud again.
I don't know, sir. I'm no arsonist.
Just a gasoline matches enthusiast.
I had to go to the store to get a gallon of gas and some matches for my grandmother. How dare you question my integrity?
So anyway, y'all burned the body without too much trouble.
Integrity left.
Your granny sits out there and watches it. You know,
She'll sit out with him.
you know, she doesn't actually crawl on the other side of the fence though. She's just sort of propped up on the fence. She lets you do all the hauling and
Yep.
setting of the fire. Nags you about making sure you got enough buckets of water handy in case anything gets out of hand.
I just imagine that there's like the rose bushes like right inside the tree line, just watching this like horrified.
Oh my god! That monster!
But
Mace is like, not the first fire I've had to set, Gran. I know safety.
how many fires you had to set?
Yeah,
while you
we
were
burned
gone.
plenty of like leaves and branches and stuff.
While you were gone.
Couple. Nothing like this. It was to people who
Maxed it
rightly
out.
deserved it.
By in whose estimation?
Mine.
I mean, they were stealing from folks that didn't have much to steal from.
All right, fair enough. I just
Mine
know what sort of folks you were hanging out with.
Don't worry, it wasn't us that burnt down Friedman or something.
No. Some of them folks are still around here, though.
Yep.
But y'all watch it finish. When it dies down, she has you go out and pour a little water on it, just make sure it won't spring back up.
Here, take this holy water.
Probably a little bit of that too. Some more salt.
Dangerous to go alone. Take this.
She goes, we might have Alexander come back out here at some point and just check to see if there's any of that. Check and make sure there's no lingering anything.
I'm sure if you ask him tomorrow, he'd come over and check it.
I wonder what he came up with today. I wonder if that would work on anything. Or if it's just going to be that one critter. Or whatever it is out there.
Got any extra corrupted earth hanging out you can test it on? He gave you the mix.
Oh yeah, well that's what he developed it for. I know it'll work on that. There's other things around here that could probably use a cleansing.
Alexander gets
Mix
pumped.
some up.
Come
I'll throw
taste the
some on the
ashes.
sheriff.
What was that about the sheriff?
I said, mix some of it up. I'll throw it on the sheriff. Or the doctor.
He don't need cleansing. He just needs sense beat into him.
I'll get arrested if I do that.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about me. Pulls out a tire iron.
Well, she's got her cane, so
Grant could take him.
As much of a scaredy cat he is around Zeke, probably.
So anyway, so y'all get back there. Let's see, Zeke, do you head back to your house?
Yep. Zeke and Lulu head back to their house.
Okay. Now, Zeke, you have been, distracted for the day.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of stuff's been going on. But you had just prior to all this going down, Lucille coming back into town, made something of a discovery.
Yep.
Going through the
He found out
microfiche at the local library.
He found out his parents are alive.
I was about to say, how much of that are you sharing with folk?
He would probably share it with Lulu first before he told the rest of the group.
So that is likely a conversation y'all have when y'all get home.
Oh yeah.
There was many a conversations they were supposed to have. There's been a lot happening.
Alright, so how much do you share?
He tells Lulu everything. Start to finish.
Alright. So, what Zeke has found out by going through basically the local library, they've got copies of the local paper on microfiche and the paper from Boone. Boone being the next closest, biggest, decent sized town. Boone's got a population of 20-something thousand by this point. So there was a report of a wild animal attack on his parents. He is considered missing.
And there's $100,000 reward for information about his whereabouts.
Or proof of death.
Or proof of death. Which in this day and age is a lot of fucking money.
Yeah. That's calculated for, adjusted for inflation, that's about $668,000.
Yeah.
These days.
Zeke's not a poor boy.
I'm a poor
Like, should
family.
Can I
So,
call your parents and tell them so we can get the money?
So which prize are we going for? The first one or the second one?
None of us know about it except for Lulu.
But anyway, from what he found in the paper, his father is still working for the railroad. Upper management of the local railroad.
It's a nice charcoal gray suit.
But other than the initial report about the attack, the only other thing he finds on his mother is one saying that she was admitted to a medical facility to combat fatigue and emotional strain.
AKA as she was putting the funny. Yeah.
That is a way people would politely refer to that. Yes.
Yep.
And that happened within a year of the attack. So it's been some time now.
10 years.
And of course, that is Jonathan and Laura Thomas.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'll be honest, I'm not sure I remembered Ezekiel's last name before.
Ezekiel Thomas.
Before we did
this. Okay. Yeah. But he goes from start to finish and tells Lulu everything.
Just as finishes, she bashes him over the head and starts dragging him out to hitchhike to Boone with you.
No.
just hitchhikes to Boone. Just let's go.
Well, that would be funny. No. She's not interested in the money.
I think she learned her lesson last time she hitchhiked.
That too.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, what's the chances that something like that would happen twice?
It's you.
Very high.
But the,
We're in. You know how much supernatural and bullshit has happened?
but Zeke will eventually be going to Boone, just not right now.
Not immediately, no.
He needs to get his emotions settled about this first.
Yep.
He still did a bad thing. Maybe it wasn't as bad as he thought it was.
Or maybe
No.
or maybe something else is up. So,
Or maybe he drove his mother crazy.
yep. I already know what his other character art is, so that's cool.
Alexander, you get back to your place, probably ready to pass back out.
Yep.
Because Alexander, by this point, is probably going on probably over 24 hours without sleep at this point.
Yeah.
Which is doable, just not
He
recommended.
he stays awake long enough to write down that recipe he figured out, tucks it into a notebook in a nightstand, falls over.
Let's see. Catriona, you had gone back to work after the excitement because you were basically fighting monsters in your lunch break.
Yep.
The doctor was, of course, quite surprised to see you when you walked in looking like you'd been in a fight. Because Catriona is not apparently not the sort to hang back. She was right up there with a knife.
What do you have? A knife!
No!
And like the doctor realizes, okay, you were up to something. You know, you were. I think I forget what he said, but basically, he kind of figures, oh, okay, she chased after her friends. All right.
That's
But-
what she told him to.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember if you just came out and said it or if you were being suspect with it. But
Well, she just said she went to go find her friends, and that's all.
okay.
Like, she didn't really tell him much after that.
Nothing about monsters or
Not
anything specifically.
elaborate.
Just
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
well, he doesn't seem to care. Particularly. It's your lunch break. Do what you want to with it. And then he went back to work on the Owens's, Mary and Cecil Owens' body, presumably the last victims of the Eye Stealer. Other than maybe that pile of dead deer. But when the next appointment shows up, you try to buzz him. He does not respond.
She'll of course look at the patient and be like, "Give me 1 minute," and then she'll go to see if she can find him.
Okay. You walk into the back room where you expected him to have the bodies. He's not there, neither are they.
Yeah.
Now,
She's gonna look to see if maybe see where maybe he went and took the bodies.
okay. And there's a few other rooms that you can look around. He doesn't seem to be. He doesn't seem to be in the building. And then you remember there is a basement here. Which he's got refrigerated equipment that he, it's not a full morgue. But he's got room that he can store a few bodies. So he might be down in the basement.
She'll go down, see quick peek to see if maybe she'll see him there.
Okay, so you kind of creep down. And yes, he's... you see the little table with the two bodies. Mary's body is completely covered. Cecil's is covered up to about the shoulders. And the doctor is leaning over, doing something to, around the face.
Doctor, one of your patients is here for their appointment.
Oh, right. Oh, sorry. And he, covers Cecil the rest of the way back up. Set some tools to the side. And you notice that it's tools you would use for like stitching up a wound. And he starts taking off the gloves, washes his hands real good. Sorry, my dear, I meant to just stow them down here, and then I got to work, and I should probably have one of the intercoms installed down here so you can buzz me if I'm down here.
Yeah, probably something we should look into.
He comes up the stairs, kind of making a shooing motion for you to back up. And you notice he locks the door to the basement after he gets out. But then he proceeds to go, the rest of the day passes, it's perfectly normal.
Okay. She'll keep note of that. Nailed on the back of the head that he actually locked the door. Because would that be something he would usually do?
Well, you don't generally store bodies here for very long. But this is definitely the first time y'all stored like a double homicide in the building. So maybe he's doing it because it's potential evidence. Where when somebody in the area just dies from accident or just old age gets them, if he has to store them for a day or two, before they go to the funeral home or whatever, embalm or whoever, he doesn't usually lock it then.
Okay. Okay. Well then, yeah, she'll keep that in the back of her mind as she heads back to the desk in the front.
Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, Zeke had left work to do this, hadn't he?
But he had gotten the AOK from the police.
Oh, that's right. He was not expected back. I forgot.
I remember.
And Cyrus probably winds up doing a shift at the
Theater, yep.
Unless he wants to call in because he did take a nasty bump to the head, though.
I'm in a dark area most of the time, so I'm good.
And Alexander did fix you up a little bit, I think.
You're muted.
All right, so next day he gets there. After breakfast, Mace, your grandmother takes you back out to where y'all burned that thing. This time she does have you lift her over the...
Yep. I'm just gonna get stairs to put back here at some point.
No, don't be lazy.
How about a nice ramp?
Just Sick jumps off it. Just
Uh,
easily puts her over on the other side, makes sure she's steady.
Then she goes out and she examines the burn pile, and she's like, okay, I don't think we tainted anything when we did this. I think the flame did enough purifying. Maybe we don't have to bother Alexander after all. And then she wants you to examine it and see what you see. You realize she drug you out
Alright.
here to turn it into a lesson.
Oh yeah, it's like you haven't even had. At least I had my coffee, I suppose. Understanding magic.
Yes.
Difficulty.
5. Did I have my GM screen?
3.5. No.
Hey.
Oh, very good.
+2 damage.
It's curb stop it
the
again.
I punch the grass.
You want to hit it so it starts its next incarnation already having taken damage.
Just constantly has 1 or 2 eyes that are just really dry and itchy.
It reconstitutes in some other part of in the world, but half of its eyes are now black eyes. Swollen shut.
For dry, red eyes.
Like you have felt wrongness about things before. But this is the first time you really triggered that intentionally. And you can feel the lingering touch of that in the ash. But it seems to be fading, and it doesn't seem to have affected the earth it's on top of.
She'll mention that the ash feels still a little bit wrong, but the dirt doesn't.
Lula gives a nod. Good, very good. You're getting more sensitive to this sort of thing.
Yeah, well, gotta be of some use, I suppose. More than lifting things and punching things.
That's what I tried to tell you when you were younger, but you just wouldn't listen in.
Yeah, well, the whole world expected me to lift things and punch things, not really to pay attention.
Mm-hmm. And if the whole world expected you to jump off a bridge, is that what you do?
They'd be thrilled if I did. I'd do it, and not do it just to spite them.
All right, but with that little lesson completed, which you realize is probably the entire reason she dragged you out here, she then expects you to do more, lifting. Well, with that booger gone, we can go back to focusing on whatever's under the dirt out there. And maybe those cloud wolves of yours.
One of them. Did we tell you one of them showed up back when we were attacking the Mr. Too Many Eyes?
No, you didn't really go into details on the fight.
Alexander, I guess, somehow called it, and it showed up.
Well, that's a good sign.
Yeah, his name's Jerry.
It talks?
To Zeke, apparently.
Oh, well,
I don't try and explain my weird friends.
We might want to figure out what Zeke is at some point.
I think Zeke's trying to figure out what Zeke is.
That's fair.
If you want to poke and prod him, I can put him in a headlock and bring him over.
Oh, their reaction when they hear Lucille start talking to animals too.
You know, most folks that have an animal form, it's just one. And maybe they can do a halfway between sort of thing.
Yep.
But-
He's got skills.
But he's done a bird, a cat.
A ferret. A bear.
Fox.
That's just the ones I know. I mean, he could be sitting at home turning into a weasel, a rabbit, a parrot.
All of the above.
Just
What do we
One right after each other.
What do we know about his people?
He turned into an orca once.
I know he's from Boone.
Yeah, I remember that. Because he used to be up here
Some
every now and
kinda
then, back when y'all were
scandal
younger.
happened, and I can go maybe look into his folks.
We might want to at some point.
I think if you bribe him with any kind of baked good over and lock the door, you might be able to get him to answer questions.
Might try. Though, like you implied, though, he may not know, because he was not that old when he ran off.
Yeah. The girl hopefully tell us in his own time if he knows anything.
Or you could subtly try to get the information out of him. And then she does the whole sip on
Gran-
coffee side eye you.
Gran, you remember how I got my nickname. I'm not subtle.
It means he won't be expecting it.
Yeah, I'll just use my feminine wiles.
Well, you should have plenty of them stored up, because I ain't never seen you use them.
I'm gonna go to town for no particular reason but to get out of the house. Do you need anything, Gran?
All of that
Drug-
implies that Lucille isn't there glaring at Mace for trying.
Somewhere in the distance. Hey!
So anyway, yeah, your grandmother jots down a few things for you to grab while you're out.
Do you want me to have Alexander come over and look at it just to be safe? Are you sure? He'd probably
Oh,
get a
no,
kick
no.
out of it.
I'm fairly certain.
All right. If I hear anything fun in town, I'll let you know.
Alright, so you head into town. Zeke Lucille. Does Zeke keep anything to make breakfast with? Or does he always have to go out?
No. I have been informed that Lucille has been making him also learn how to cook. So he knows how to make basic stuff, at least.
Okay.
No, what was said was whenever Alexander was teaching Lucille, she forced him to partake and learn too.
Did I say anything wrong?
You just missed a few details. Even then, Lucille would have been the one doing breakfast.
Yeah. He'd keep groceries on hand.
Okay. So y'all get up and have y'all's breakfast. Now, Lucille, while you've been down in paradise, have you made any friends?
Hmm.
Basically, what did Lucille spend her time doing while she was down in paradise?
She spent her time performing at a bar in particular.
Okay.
So he's likely heard many things. You know how rowdy bars get.
Oh, yeah. Probably met lots of people. Would the owner of that bar have any way to contact you? Would you have told him where you were going?
Yeah, probably been given a phone number. Likely, the one at Zeke's place,
Okay.
because she'd tend to stay there.
So, couple of hours after breakfast, you get a call from Byron Bowers.
Byron Bowers.
He owned the bar that you performed at the most. And, you know, there's a few that do live performances down in Paradise, so you bounced around a little bit. But
I need to write this down. One moment.
yeah, I better put bar owner over his name so I don't forget later.
What's his name I have written down? I don't know.
That happens quite a lot.
Need to have a shared Google Doc or something that we all just put stuff in that are names.
Does he
Yeah.
have a specific bar name? Or is it just bar owner?
Bar owner in Paradise is good enough for right now.
Okay.
If y'all wind up actually
I'll
going
figure
to
out.
Paradise and doing some stuff, you know, I might have to come up with an actual
Always the
name. for
beach
the place.
episode.
Always the beach episode.
That would not be a beach episode.
The
Our
best beach episode
It
that
would
would
be
ever
for
been.
Zeke.
last beach episode, we had to fight monsters.
Oh, that'd be so.
Giant-
That'd be so out of the beyond the pale for this game.
Yeah, that'd be yeah.
There probably won't be any kaiju in this one.
How big do you have to be considered a kaiju? Taller than a
yes.
building?
Original King Kong counted at 50 feet tall.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember if Mighty Joe Young did at 15 or 20 feet or not.
Yeah,
Okay.
early kaiju were probably just a couple of stories tall.
Okay. We could probably find something.
Got to be unrealistically tall, you know. So if I threw an undead dinosaur at you, it probably wouldn't count as a kaiju. Just a random example.
Random example.
Yeah. I haven't been researching
Whatever.
Appalachiosaurus or anything.
Appalachia.
I'm sure you haven't.
It's an actual dinosaur. Look at that.
It is.
So anyway, Byron calls you up. Yeah, hopes you're doing well over there in Ryan. With the friend you went to go see. He had been teasing you before you left that you must have a boyfriend over in Ryan. No arguments that he just a friend. If you made those arguments, you know, he wouldn't have paid any attention to them.
Even if she did make those arguments, it probably would not have helped.
But anyway, he was calling you. They had somebody in here. Just as we were opening yesterday, or yesterday afternoon, you know, they. Oh, actually, let's see. This isn't a club. This is more of a regular bar. So around lunch, they would probably be open for lunch because they serve food and stuff. Someone was in here looking for you. Fella in a real nice suit. Said his name was Richardson, Vernon Richardson. And that name doesn't particularly mean anything to you. Said he was just said he was needing to get in touch with you. He left me his card. I didn't tell him where you'd gone or anything. Just that, you know, I'd let you know if I saw you.
Did he specify anything beyond just wanting to talk?
No. He had a... I don't know, but... guy just had this intense vibe to him.
Is there a number on the card?
Yeah, and he rattles off the phone number to you.
Well, she's gonna write that down as he rattles it off.
You know. Let's see here. And he's like, you know, and like I said, he said this was the number to his office, and that his office could contact him, or that he would call into the office, so something like that. According to the business card, he works for Barrow and Locke.
Who?
You know, B&L, it's that big. They're into like trains and coal and stuff.
I see.
Uh,
Just add that to the list of things written down.
and like I said, I didn't tell him anything, but I know he talked. I know he talked to some of the other folks working here. And he tried flashing a little money to me. Well, and I took a little bit of it. You know, promising him that I'd give you his number, you know, next time I saw you. So I consider it honest money made.
I suppose. Thank you for telling me.
But anyway, that was all I needed to call you about, or let you know about. So, just, you know, next time you're back in town, be sure to swing by. We'll have work for you.
Will do, sir.
You know, he ain't so. He was the owner. He's not really a kind of person you call sir. You know. He's
Well,
that.
she calls practically everyone sir.
Yeah,
Anyway.
fair. Hey, from Texas, makes sense. Truthfully, it makes
Okay,
sense.
Lulu?
It makes sense in Paradise, Tennessee too. He's just one of those starting to get on the other side of middle age and hasn't accepted it yet. So he wants to be a little hipper.
I did not catch what Zeke said.
Zeke just like when she got off the phone, he just like, everything all right, Lulu?
Yeah, someone was looking for me down in Paradise. I'm
Okay.
not sure why.
Maybe for a performance?
Do railroad people want performances?
What does the railroad have with you?
I don't know. Some Barrow and Locke.
Does Zeke know that name?
That's the company your father works for.
That's my dad's company's. That's who he works for.
Why would they want something to do with me?
Oh, I have no idea.
I suppose I could call them.
Eric.
Nothing from the peanut gallery, please. You are not present.
Me as the player, or as
Nothing.
I mean,
me as the person, like,
you can if you want, but might benefit from talking to the others first. Maybe they know more information than I have. I don't know much as being away for 10 years.
Do you think Lula would know about this company?
Maybe. Give her a call.
We're gonna be calling people! Yay!
telephone tag.
Should have named the episode "The Game of Telephone."
Yeah, we're gonna play a game of telephone.
All right, so you are calling up Mace's granny.
Yes.
All right.
By the end of it, it's called Yellow and Blue. This is a Barrow and Locke.
Yellow and blue make green. Though that's a commercial from the 80s and not the 70s. Anyway. So, phone rings a couple times. Lula answers. Called her residence. Lula speaking.
So, Miss Calder, do you by chance know Barrow and Locke?
Zeke from the background. Hi, Lula.
You mean the mining and rail station or railroad people?
Yes, ma'am.
I haven't had a ton of dealings with them. You're probably better off if you don't. What's got you calling me up and asking about it?
What was the guy's name? Werner something?
Werner Richardson.
Yes, Bernard Richardson.
A Mr. Werner Richardson from there was trying to talk to me down in Paradise.
What did he have to say?
Haven't called him yet.
Oh, he was trying to find you. You've been down there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had any dealings with B&L? What would have them interested in you?
Personally, I've done nothing with them, but Zeke's family what supposedly worked with them.
My
Oh,
dad
really?
worked for the railroad.
That's
I assume at this point Zeke and Lulu like they have the phone like this. And they're like head to
Modified
head.
speakerphone.
How do I spell it? How do I spell the guy's name?
Is it
What?
Vernon or Vern?
it's just Vernon.
Vernon?
Yes.
Well, I'm trying to find the last name too.
Oh, Richardson.
Richardson,
Richard
so R.
son.
Richard.
Richardson.
I'm gonna call him Dixon at some point.
He might be a dick. You don't know.
Probably is.
He is a perfectly polite person. Much like Canadians, polite does not necessarily mean nice.
Mm.
And it doesn't
You're
imply his
saying
stance on
sorry
war
when-
crimes one way or the other.
Bless
Yeah, you're
your
saying I'm
heart.
sorry when they stab you.
It's like Southerns. Bless your little heart.
Not a war crime the first time.
Only a war crime if you get caught. Anyway,
Yes.
we're derailing.
Okay, so anyway, so Lulu's like, some of the head honchos in that company are, by my understanding, into some bad stuff. You can't think of anything you've done that would have drawn their attention? Because you're Texan, I don't think they've got much in the way of holdings out that way. Not that I keep up with them close, but I thought they were mostly an East Coast thing.
Not that I'm aware of. We're
Who?
not going to talk about the past here.
Does anybody down in Paradise know that you were buddying around with Zeke?
I never said his name, I don't think.
Zeke, can you think of any reason the company your father works for? What's your father's name, by the way?
My brain has stopped.
Thomas, I believe it was. I believe it was no, that was the last name.
I think
It
it
was
was
Jonathan
Jacob.
Tom.
Jonathan. Yeah,
I would say
Jonathan.
Your brain
Jonathan
has stopped
Thomas.
is a very peculiar name.
Yeah, Jonathan Thomas.
I forgot what the
Mother was Laura.
Laura. That's what the mother is.
Oh,
Jonathan and Laura.
yeah, he's pretty big down in Boone. I've actually heard his name. I didn't realize you were his son all those years ago. You know, back when you were little and would be here in town.
Yeah,
That's right. Your mama was from around here, wasn't she?
yeah. I had a accident with my forms and kind of got scared and ran.
So, about what you can do, Zeke.
Mm.
Anybody else in your family do that sort of thing?
Not off the top of my head. And if they do, if they can, they haven't told me. As I said, it kind of came as a surprise and hurt them pretty bad.
So I don't remember your mama's people really having any anything quite as odd as this. Though I don't have any real extensive knowledge of them. But I've been doing my workings around this part for a long time. So if your family could all turn into animals, I'd have probably caught wind of it.
I can't give you more information, but that's about all I know, really.
Well, just be careful. Like I said, I wouldn't trust these BLNL people. No offense to your father. But he's high enough up. But he might be able to answer some of your questions. He's high enough up. He'd probably know about somehow how the world really works. How bad an accident did you have?
I thought I killed him.
But they're but they're both still alive.
I just recently found out that, yeah. Mom was apparently institutionalized, though.
Oh yeah, the hospital down there does have that psychiatric wing. Made a big deal about that when it opened up. Oh, 5 years back, I guess. Maybe 7. I don't know. I remember reading about it, but I didn't pay much attention at the time. I didn't plan on going crazy, so. I didn't know Mace was going to be back in town. Yeah. I wish I could be of more help to you, but that's really about all I know.
Well, thank you anyway, ma'am.
All right, well, y'all be careful.
Thank you, ma'am.
And hang up. No more information needed.
You gonna call him, or you just gonna leave it alone?
Don't seem like the wisest idea right now. We have so little information.
Yeah. Do you mind if I come to Paradise for a couple of days with you?
By all means.
I don't like really leaving you alone when someone's trying to find you.
I was worried it'd be someone else, actually.
All right, Alexander. You went to bed as soon as you got home and probably slept in a little bit to boot.
Weren't you wait, no, that was the last time. I was like, weren't you running on fumes anyway?
He was.
Yep. That's why he had the whole pot of coffee with him to put the dirt in anyway.
Yeah. Just in house.
But while you're fixing breakfast, Alexander, you feel somebody pass through your wards. It's just somebody has walked onto your property. No real alarm bells are going off. You just kind of feel them. Okay, there comes somebody.
looks out the window.
Car pulls up. Lady gets out. She's kind of looking around, almost kind of nervous. Starts up towards your door.
He waits till there's a knock.
You hear, you hear the creak of your porch steps as it walks up there. And then it's about a minute before you hear the knock.
Plates out his breakfast. Walks over, plate in hand, cracks open the door a bit and like, "How you do, ma'am? How can I help you?"
Are you Mr. Alexander Winters?
That is my name, yes. Eating breakfast.
I'm Linda. I'm Linda Potter. Sorry, I should have introduced myself right away. We've just moved into town fairly recently. Well, technically, I think we're outside of town, but we're right at the city limits. I've heard through the grapevine that people used to come to your grandmother for help.
Yeah, my meemaw. I've taken up her mantle, as it were.
Oh, okay, good.
Seems to be the problem.
My daughter is having nightmares.
Okay.
Like bad nightmare, like wake up screaming nightmares. She's never really had anything like that before.
Interesting.
She'll claim there was, that she hears somebody talking to her through her window. I mean, it's part of the dream, I assume, but she says he's saying hurtful things, but she never can seem to remember exactly what he's saying. And there's been a little bit of weirdness, me and my husband have both been kind of on edge, spooked easily. We've heard a few strange noises here and there as well.
Well, that could be a number of things.
But yeah, we stayed up, kind of keeping watch. We've asked around one or two other people in the neighborhood.
They pointed you my way.
Well, your grandmama's name came up, but so did Miss Calder's. But we've heard some stories about the Calders. Don't know if there's any truth to it or anything.
A lot of the stories around the Calder family can be a little bit exaggerated. They're good folks. Our families have worked together fairly often throughout the generations.
Oh, okay. Like I said, I mean no disrespect to
No,
friend of
that's
family.
fine.
It's just
my family's my meemaw's always been about trying to put a little bit of the world back together. Whereas Granny Lula and her granddaughter, they've always been about making sure the things that are trying to take the world apart don't get a chance to do it again.
oh. Does that mean I should talk to her? I mean, we don't really know what's going on. My husband thinks it's a haint.
Tell you what, man. I've dealt with some haints in my time. Lord gave me a gift for it, after all. And I'll get Miss Calder. I just need the address to your home.
Oh yes,
and,
yes.
Uh,
Man,
I'll take a look at it.
I don't know how much I don't know how much you charge for this sort of service, but
I typically don't have a set rate for anything. It'd be more of a what you can give kind of a thing, even if
okay.
it's baked goods of a kind.
She's gonna laugh, and you can tell she's probably not from around here.
Mhm.
Like the way she said "haint," it's like that's not a word she was necessarily super familiar with.
Sounds like she's probably from like further up north.
A little bit like
So like not so like not from the Appalachians and like just moved to Appalachia.
yeah, like she might be from Virginia or Maryland or somewhere, but you're betting she's an East. You're betting she was closer to the coast.
Close to the coast.
You
Okay.
know, she doesn't sound like she's from New York or anywhere quite that far north.
Gotcha. Okay.
But so she gives you the address.
One moment, he sets his breakfast to the side, pulls out flips a pad of paper, writes it
Oh,
down.
she had one. She was writing the address down.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So she
In
just
which case
tears
he'll
it.
take it, sort of like thumb it between his fingers as he's eating.
And you can glance at the address and you realize, okay, it's way down south.
Yeah.
Yeah, right at the edge of the property, or edge of the property, edge of the city limits.
Gotcha.
Would it be along the way to Zeke's house?
Is it close to the Gallows house?
It's the same street. You don't, off the top of your head, you don't remember the exact house number or address for Mr. Gallows' house, but it's definitely in that neighborhood.
It's in the.
I'm
Okay.
not there. I'm not. I know I'm not there, but I'm sitting there. Like, it's probably the house that we delivered stuff to.
Probably.
Brain cell.
All right. Well, tell you what. Why don't you come in? I'll get you something to top you off, and maybe get you a little something for your daughter before I send you on your way.
Oh, thank you. That'd be wonderful. I mean, I don't want to inconvenience you, but if you have some coffee, that'd be wonderful.
Oh, it ain't a problem. I always make a little bit more than I need, just in case someone's in need, you know. And he goes and pours some coffee. He gives it to her. It's strong coffee, but
He gets a restaurant. Oh, puts a little extra sugar in.
yeah. Sorry, I was up quite a while recently dealing with another haint, so I needed a little bit of a pick me up.
Is there a lot of that sort of thing around here?
Not usually.
Oh, okay. Just a busy season, I guess.
It's a little bit more busy closer to Halloween.
And she's she's looking around the house. How much has Alexander changed the decorations in his grandmother's house? Or is stuff still mostly like she left it?
Stuff still mostly like she left it.
Okay.
Doilies everywhere.
The most like probably the most he's changed is like his own addition to things. But for the most part, the home is the way his grandmother left it.
It just hasn't been long enough yet. It still just feels wrong to change it.
Yeah.
Patrick mentioned doilies. I guess you'd call it. I don't know if you'd call these things doilies or not, but I've got my grandparents' old bedroom suit. And yeah, my grandmother had these white. They were like plasticky kind of stuff, but they're done up to look kind of like lace that lays across them. I've left them on there the entire time I've had them.
And he'll do a mix of his herbalism, crafting, and alleviate power.
Okay.
And basically he'll He'll leave her with a little bit of breakfast and coffee, and he'll go into his little workshop. He'll grind some stuff up, basically make a little herbal powder.
Okay.
Come back with a baggie.
She asks you for is this something she's supposed to take or just hang close to her, or
All right, so this particular bitch. Wow, it's been a day. Batch.
Wait.
I meant
Whoa.
to say.
Wow.
Put a nickel in the swear jar.
No.
No, a $20
No.
bill in the swear jar. At this
Whoa,
point.
whoa, whoa! Not in the
So-
'70s. That'd be a
Well,
crazy
what
amount.
What is this supposed to do? Well, this bitch.
This bitch.
Oh, jeez.
My lord, Esau.
It's been a long day. This particular batch, since such kids having some nightmares, having some trouble sleeping, mix this in to a nice warm tea, maybe a little bit of honey if you have any. Mix it all together, have her drink it before bed, and that should help her get at least a restful night's sleep. Might not be the best, depending on what we might be dealing with, but should be enough to help get her through the night.
Oh, thank you. That would be wonderful. That'd be wonderful. And but most days I'll be at the house. I'm at the house most of the time, so any time that you want to swing by should be fine. Oh, she takes out her pencil again and takes the paper back from you and puts her phone number down there.
Yeah.
It's a very nice home you have here. Did your grandmother pass recently? I mean, I can just still see a woman's touch on it.
Yeah, it hadn't been too long since Meemaw passed.
Hmm.
Just don't feel right changing anything,
It'll take time. I lost my grandparents several years back. But thank you for being willing to help.
Of course.
It's one of them things where at first you try to convince yourself it's just your imagination, that it's that she's just having nightmares because she moving to a new place, nervous about the new school, going to a new school. Yeah.
He pointedly does not comment that you moved in close to probably one of the worst places you could be in this city.
She ain't from here. She don't know the horror stories.
No, yeah.
It's the cheapest house on the block.
I'll say, yeah, he's
It was
pointedly
cheap.
not mentioning that.
It was particularly cheap for such a nice house.
Yeah.
Has anybody died in this house? No, nothing like that. Huh.
Not in this house.
Now, the previous
one
people that
next
lived here were
door.
murdered in the house next door, but yeah. Not what actually happened, but...
Also, Zay, you and Carr.
You're welcome.
So help me.
Gave
Huh?
the kids the melatonin.
Here, give your daughter some THC.
One
is
Benadryl.
This is basically just this. They were going off like, "Hey, this is melatonin. It's Benadryl." THC. The one that made me break for a second and went, "Here, man, please roofie your daughter." I was like,
mildly
I'm
inappropriate,
probably
perhaps?
still freaking out over the barrel and lock thing.
You ain't worried about some kid having nightmares. You got your own issues.
Yeah.
People in fancy suits are looking for you.
I don't have any idea about the kid having nightmares right now. That's not my problem.
but once he does see her off, he just walks over to. He gathers his things, walks over to the Calder home.
You don't drive?
He's
Okay.
like right there.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. It's a
It's
couple of
like a-
miles,
close
probably.
enough.
Yeah, it's like a 15-20 minute walk.
It's the
Which for-
70s.
Now I
Which
just
for this
imagine
time
that
period
wherever he
is-
goes, he has a coffee pot. What was it, Cyrus?
Well, in this time period, that's not uncommon.
No, that's true. People did walk more.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Uh,
he does go
oh,
over.
so he heads over there.
Yep.
Cyrus, you get up. Let's see, you're living in a camper. But it would have some kind of little kitchenette, I guess. Hot plate or something. So what does... Oh yeah, Cyrus is working on his house, isn't he?
Correct.
All right. So after breakfast, that's probably... And feel free to correct me if you have something else you'd want him to be doing. But that's probably what he'd be doing before he had, with his day before going to work.
Yes.
Theater doesn't open till... I think we said 12.
Yeah, they usually open around noon, so yeah.
Maybe earlier on Saturdays or whatever.
Yeah.
Kids matinee stuff, what have you. So while you get out and working on the house, you notice a fair number of dog tracks been in and around the property.
Interesting. Are they... Do they match the kind of creatures we encountered at... do they match the thunder puppies?
No.
Okay.
Though those dogs or those wolves rather, are the size of ponies. These look like regular dog prints. It's just quite a few of them. You can't get an exact count of how many dogs were running around here, but just based on sizes, it was at least 4 or 5 different animals. And like they didn't, you're not seeing anything that they like tore up or really messed with. The prints just look like they were kind of wandering around. You can picture them in your mind, just wandering around sniffing everything. Particularly around the camper itself. Like a little bit around the supplies or whatever you got, where you've been working on the house. And if you got like a dump bin or trash can, out there.
One of the things I'm going to do then is I'm going to kind of patrol and kind of figure out if I can get there. Well, I noticed they've been wandering around my area. Where does it look like they originate from?
They seem to have entered your property. The north end of the property. It's like they came down from the north. Fairly packed together. Like, they were running as a pack. And then when you have the main trail that comes by. It's like they get interested in your camper, and then they kind of spread out, just sniffing around the general area.
Double checking, it's obviously regular dog tracks, nothing unusual.
Yeah, they're like, some of the prints belong to big dogs, but nothing unusual. It's like, okay, that's probably a Rottweiler or a Mastiff or something. This other one could be, a hound or something smaller, but not small like, Chihuahuas or lap dogs.
Gotcha. In that north section, one of the things I'm going to do,
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to set some food and water out. And the camera that I have, I'm essentially going to rig up like a camera trap.
Okay. Let me just check real quick to see if game cameras existed.
Actually have an actual camera. I was going to more or less
Oh,
just
okay.
use that.
You're basically jury rigging like a.
Yeah.
I got you.
Game cameras were first developed in the late 1800s, significant advancements occurring during 1980s. So they've been around for a while.
Yeah. Game cameras or trail cameras were not commercial products in the 70s. So people were making them, but they were not necessarily something you just go out and buy. But it's something Cyrus could have heard of, seen, have an ideal of how to rig one up.
Yeah.
Given the nature of what he does, given the sort of things he's into. Okay, so you spend the morning kind of getting that set up. Probably run down to the A&P. Well, you're kind of halfway. You're kind of halfway between that and the food line, but get some dog food or something.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you could use real people food or whatever. But
Like a ham.
Dogs would react to that for sure.
Yep.
Just a picture of 35 raccoons carrying it off.
In this day and age, there are butchers, so you could actually get a decent leg of ham.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're still around. They're just not very common now.
It's more specialized, yeah.
Because funny enough, a friend of mine, his dad is actually a butcher, so.
Yeah, it used to be every grocery store had their own.
Yeah, which just kind of ran into that oddball one of, we're going to a steakhouse. It's like, why would I go?
I would cut my own steaks.
Yeah, well, whenever he goes back up north to see his parents, he usually will come down with a couple of coolers of them. So.
Ooh, sounds good. So, okay, but you spend your morning, setting that up. Alexander, or no, let's see, Mace. You've gone into town. What was Mace going into town for?
Whatever Gran put on the list.
Yeah, but you were saying you were going into town before that.
Mostly just to get away from her nagging.
Fair.
So you hit the food line. Maybe she needed something from the Five and Dime. Little containers or just some miscellaneous something.
Yep.
Whatever sorts of things old folks need in the 70s.
Restocks the Werthers.
Old folks do like giving that candy out.
Mm-hmm. Those little strawberry ones.
Get some Gold Bond. Invented in 1882.
So it's time tested.
Yeah. Yeah, she just mostly goes in to get a couple things. May stop and grab, something from the bakery counter.
Okay. While you're in the food line, as you're checking out, and you you get the stink eye from people periodically through town.
She is used to it.
You know, not from the checkout girl, but she looks like she's let's see, we're in spring, so school hasn't started yet. So teenager probably doesn't have a clue who you are. But you hear, there's a couple people in front of you. You hear a woman's voice behind you. Excuse me, are you Magnolia Calder?
Eyeball twitches a little bit and turns around. Depends on who's asking.
Actually, do I know who's asking? Did I not get a name already? Dang it.
It's the Hollow Man.
Oh, hey!
No. It's a lady. It's a local lady. She recognizes her.
The Hollow Lady!
I'm Barbara Slackham, which you recognize as the mayor's wife.
Pleasure to meet you.
Oh, pleased to meet you. I was just gonna ask how your granny was doing.
Doing just fine.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it. I should probably check in on her occasionally, but one just gets busy.
Mace goes through several different answers at once, like in her head. Like, that you're doing that at your own peril. And she's like, I'm sure she wouldn't mind any visitors. Mace is going to be murdered later.
Miss Life got to laugh. That's not the impression I've gotten from her.
You do so at your own peril. She'll be polite, but she don't suffer fools.
No, she does not. My husband found that out. Your grandmother was helping us. We were having a little. I was having a little difficulty with my pregnancy. A few years back.
Probably birthed half the people in this town or had some hand in it.
Well, Miss Winter had passed. It was right after Miss Winter had passed, so, but I guess it would not be 5 years ago. How long ago did your grandmother pass, Alexander? You're muted.
I think he's thinking.
Yeah.
No.
I can see the gears slowly turning.
I don't think we had decided, just that she had passed.
Okay. And the house could have just been sitting there empty waiting on you while you were off.
Yeah.
Vietnam.
I want to say it was somewhere in the ballpark of like 2 to 5 years.
Okay.
Like tops.
We'll go with it being more like 5. 4 or 5. Just because I want the Slackham child to be, a toddler at least. And Miss Slackham has got her, little child kind of, clearly bored with being in the store and especially with just standing in line. But yeah, she's like, your grandmother, is having some difficulties with, this one. And the little girl, like I said, she's like 4, so.
She seems to be doing just fine now.
You're tall.
Yeah, I am. I get that a lot.
And her mother kind of hushes her and stands there awkwardly, like we should, like she feels like, since y'all are still stuck in line, like she needs to keep the conversation going. But
Mace does not do anything to alleviate this discomfort.
Awkward.
She looks as awkward. She looks like she feels as awkward as Mace probably feels when trying to deal with people.
Well, it was nice talking to you, and she just kind of turns back around.
Oh yes, nice Nice meeting you. Please give your grandmother my regards.
I most certainly will.
Why is she so tall? Shh. Hush.
You can't just ask people why they're tall.
And you get through the line. Like I said, check out girls not paying you any real attention. There's clearly just no recognition there.
Goes about her business, checks out, heads to the truck.
As you're driving home, once you get off on the actual road your grandmother's on, the smaller road. He's far enough away that you shouldn't be able to recognize him, but you just recognize him by the stride. You see Alexander's walking down the road towards your grandmother's.
You own a car.
You recognize him by his gallant stroll.
Recognize him by the 35-gallon drum of coffee.
Just the Ministry of Silly Walks is what's in my head right now.
Yes.
No. See, he's got the BG Stayed Alive playing in his head.
What's that thing called? The Livingston Walk? The really one where like chests are out and they're like arms just swinging backwards or something. Looks like their heads like partially disconnected backwards.
Not sure.
It's called.
If he's walking like that, she'd ask, "Did you fall and hurt yourself?"
And
No, he's not.
just leaves him.
There's
Like,
something wrong with them. It's a hanged.
Nah, I just wanted to walk. I need to go ask Need to ask Gran a question. Probably, need your help later.
Well, as oddly as it would have it, I'm heading back there. Get in.
All right. Hops in. Cookie is provided.
Why the hell do you keep baked goods in your pocket? That can't be.
It's a little baggy. Well,
Drives to
Gran
Gran.
told me not to
Eat
come over
the cookie, Mike.
without stuff for her, so.
All right, so y'all get to Lula's. When you walk in, she has books all over the kitchen table.
Well, that was gone for like 45 minutes. Where'd you get the library out from?
Hey, Gran.
Hey, Alexander.
I see you're busy too.
Yeah, I got a call from your little friend. What was it, Lucille?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that Zeke boy's father's in with B&L?
That ain't
I
good.
beg your finest pardon.
I'll take that. I'll take that as a no.
Find out that Zeke's rich and with B&L and like, the fuck?
That's fair enough.
Mason doing what she did. Is he aware of what B&L tends to do?
I certainly hope not.
I've warned him that the higher ups can be some nasty people.
Mace. That's yeah.
Why are they asking?
Apparently somebody in
This is a start from
Paradise
the
called
beginning.
Lucille up to let her know somebody was asking about her, trying to get in contact with her.
Should try to
A
drop
bar
in
owner or
Paradise.
something.
I'll hog tire myself.
But anyway, whoever it was left behind his number on a business card. It was a B&L.
Well, she's also said the
business
name
card.
to Lula.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It wasn't him, was it?
Him. This is Jason.
Okay.
Oh.
You talking about Jackie?
I don't know if Lucille mentioned specifically who had called her, just that somebody she knew in Paradise had called.
She said Mr. Vernon Richardson.
Oh yeah. She gave the name of the guy looking for her. But Lulu, like, yeah, she didn't say who it was that called her to tell her this. She gave me the fella's name, Vernon Richardson. Doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah.
But if you run into a Vernon Richardson, I'd give him a sharp
Punch him in the
look.
face? By sharp look, you mean a good once over.
Yes.
He working for B&L. He ain't.
I mean, it could just be office worker,
Could be. Could
but
be.
going out looking for somebody.
That suggests somebody maybe a little more up the chain or a little more specialized duty.
Well, let's hope it's not too specialized.
But anyway, your little friend has no idea why somebody from B&L would be looking for her. All right, refresh my memory, Car and Nix. Did y'all mention anything? You mentioned the accident and that his parents were alive.
Mm-hmm.
Did you mention anything to her about that there's a reward out because they're looking for you?
Not over the phone. No.
Okay. All right, so she is unaware of that part. That was what I needed to get sorted.
We gotta get him and turn him.
But, all right, we'll hand him over. Then we'll assume his dad is evil and bust him out once the check clears.
Exactly. Yeah. This won't get us in any kind of trouble at all.
Over Lucille's dead body.
They'll split the
probably
money
make that
with
happen.
Zeke. Calm down. But now that's got her extra interested in finding out what Zeke is or what's been done to him. Let him do what he does.
See, he didn't even need baked goods or feminine wiles or anything to get the information out of him. He just gives information out, which is probably the worst thing for him to be doing.
Especially with someone from B&L after him.
Well, no, I think B&L was after
No faith in
Lucille.
Zeke.
You know darn well them two were attached to the hip.
Fair enough.
Lula looks up. It does seem like a bit of a coincidence.
I could call down and see if anyone has any information that I knew. That town's got ears. Especially when it comes to B&L.
So hopefully you don't get Jackie involved. Mima always warned me not to.
He paid
to
on
deal with
time
that.
and didn't send me into stuff that would get me killed too much.
Too much.
Yeah, but maybe you just got out of there in time. He don't ever
Well,
intend his employees harm, but that don't mean harm don't come to him.
Us callers are tough.
Yeah, that's why there's so many of us now.
Yeah, there's...
I mean, speaking of, I hate to add more to your plate, Gran, but
Oh, I guess you did come here for something.
I did. I bring goods. Cookies
That's-
delivered.
I cannot be easily bribed, sir. She does immediately take a cookie, though. What are you coming to me with? Do you think I need to be buttered up? Ooh.
Well, we got someone new in town. New family that just moved in. From the sound of the accent, probably from close to the ocean. Turns out though, pulls out the paper, slides it over to her. That's where they moved to.
Is this them fools that moved in next door to the old Gallows place?
I believe so.
I knew that was going to be trouble. Didn't I, girl? Didn't I know this was going to be trouble?
You didn't say
And-
that house was trouble.
Well, the mother, asking around town, some townsfolk sent her my way, 'cause Meemaw was asking if I might be able to do something for her daughter, who has apparently been having trouble sleeping, been having nightmares, apparently hearing something outside her window, that's yelling all kinds of insults and stuff. They they think it's some kind of hate, and I told her I'd come
Oh, because it
talk to
probably
you
is
all.
some kind of hate.
Well, yeah, it probably is some kind of hate, but
Probably
especially so
Mr.
close to that
Gallows.
house. If it was actually Mr. Gallows, then we got some problems.
I don't think they'd bust through her wards.
No, no.
And
Whatever's in that house shouldn't be able to get out. But that neighbor's house wasn't too far from the property line. Maybe. I don't like it. I don't like this at all.
I don't either.
Kissing cousins. Close enough.
I used some of my Meemaw's old tricks, some stuff I've learned while I was out abroad. Should at least help the daughter sleep through the night peacefully, or at the very least ignore whatever's after her tonight. But I figure that'd probably be the best thing, considering how you chewed Zeke out about noticing whatever was in the Gallows house. Probably best if she not notice anything tonight.
Do not make direct eye contact with the house.
Do not mock
Do
the
not
house.
pass
Do not
go.
speak to the house.
Do not perceive the house.
Do not whistle at the house, especially if it whistles back. It's a warehouse now.
If dear departed loved ones
Where
call
gazebo?
to you from the house, do not enter the house.
Yeah.
House is a mimic.
I need to find those stories, but there are some stories that kind of you do have mimic houses. It may even be where they got the idea for the mimic from.
We're doing
There
it.
was that one movie.
Which one?
I don't remember what it was called. It was an animated one where like the house came
Monster
to
House.
life.
Monster
That's it.
House.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Oh, there's plenty of haunted house stuffs. But
Well, sounds like we got at least two things possibly to do.
At the very least.
you know,
Hopefully,
I'm
they ain't
old.
fools enough to go traveling.
I'm old. I could use a break. Does this stuff have to keep stacking up?
Hell, I'm young and I could use a break. This is ridiculous.
And I gotta worry about whatever the doctor might be brewing up too.
What is it with you people? You're so suspicious of the doctor.
He looked at that writing way too long. Everyone in the group, even the other cops, couldn't look at it too long without feeling uncomfortable. And he just looked at it like he was studying like a preacher for Sunday.
I knew the man was a bit of an asshat. But I thought that was just him being, all highfalutin from a bigger town. And a doctor to boot.
Thank you.
You know how some doctors are.
I do. I've chased more than a few out of my wards.
Couldn't make heads or tails of that writing in the photos you took. Well, you saw those pictures. It's like the letters wouldn't come into focus.
I take a look at them.
Oh,
Some over.
She slide them over to you.
Can I make heads or tails out of it?
Not really. It's like
No.
it's like
well,
the
so I asked in
wall
particular-
and surrounding is in focus, but it's like the letters are kind of blurry.
So here's the thing. I ask in particular because with all the XP you gave us last week, especially with me completing part of my arc, I picked up a new ability called Trace the Threads. Here, let me. So if you want to read that real fast. I don't know if that would do anything with this photo. But I do have a 2 intellect edge, so it's basically a free cast for me. But I'm trained in everything, basically. If I can sort of mark this as a magical quarry, because it doesn't have to be a creature.
Yeah, something that
So-
magic's been used on. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not going to work on the photos,
hmm
but Alexander can maybe focus on it and tries, and it's just a picture.
Got it.
But if you went back and looked at the initial writing on the wall again, that
That
might
could
be
work.
something to try.
Okay. Got it.
Time for some breaking and entering.
I think maybe if I went back, I picked up a new trick I could try from Meemaw's notes. I think if I went back, I might be able to make something out of this, but I can't see it from a photo.
I got a laundry list of things to do.
We do.
And Lula's like, I wouldn't mind putting my eyes on the original text as well. She's like, me and Alexander can go look at the writing. Mace, I want you to drive by the Gallows place. Don't set foot on the property.
I know.
Just see if anything around the edges looks disturbed.
I'll walk the perimeter.
Make sure them fools ain't mess with my wards.
Did Zeke say anything about delivering down that way? Yeah, he would have, because he said he saw something at the Gallows house.
He
Oh.
also told Lula that he was delivering down
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And she scolded and it's like, don't go near that house.
They're doing construction next door. They might have messed with something unintentionally, but I'll go give it a walk.
Excellent.
It'll
I
be
can-
the if you wouldn't mind also checking the back of the new home. It's where the daughter's room. If she's hearing something back there.
If they're not there, maybe, but I'm not gonna go trespassing onto folks' property.
Oh, I told her.
I'll look. You told
told
her
her
you were.
I'd-
I'll walk by. Jesus. You want me to do any checking in for Lucille and Zeke?
Probably couldn't hurt to have him with you.
When I'm making a phone call down there, see if I can get
yeah.
anyone. I mean, I could drag them along too, but I don't know how
Keep him out of
much.
trouble. And deciding to go drive on down to Paradise.
I don't think herding cats is my specialty, and there's a 50-50 chance on if either of them will listen.
Well, one of them you can pick up, and the other will follow.
I could pick up both of them, thank you.
Yeah, but the other one will usually follow under their own power.
I think she might punch me in the face if I try and pick her up.
Might break her hand.
The other one
trying
would
to
turn
fight.
into her bear if I try and pick him up.
While y'all are going back and forth about that, Lula's gotten her, she's gotten her a light coat. Or maybe more of a shawl. People don't use shawls enough anymore. And she's like standing, got her cane. She's standing by the door just waiting on y'all.
Y'all
Alright.
go on. You want me to drive over to your place? Drive
If
y'all
you
over
wouldn't
to your
mind, I
place?
did walk here.
And this is why
Mostly.
you should have brought the car. And drives down, vehicle switch, drives on.
No.
We'll see. I don't know how much Lula would comment on it, but he does have the wards around his home. They are strong now. But he does drive her there.
All right, so y'all get to the almost at the Kemp farm, but it's the Owens farm in this case, which is it's a bit north.
Yeah.
So it takes y'all a little while to get out there. And place is locked up tight. There's a notice on the door. But they don't really have the yellow police tape kind of thing. There's a notice on the door that, there's a crime scene. Lula just walks up, rummages through a purse, comes out with this, little, leather pouch. The leather looks old and well cared for, but old and worn. She flips it open and pulls out a pristine-looking set of lockpicks. Don't tell that girl of mine about this. And she sits in and just starts working it.
Yes, ma'am.
I was half expecting her to pull out a block of C4. Don't tell my girl about this. Fire in the hole.
Beep, beep.
Bomb has been
Door.
planted.
Door? What door?
Yeah.
Wall, window.
We've made a second crime
Roof.
scene at the first crime scene.
So
You don't have to be invited in if there's no house.
yeah, that's fair. So she works at it for a couple of minutes. There's a little bit of swearing involved. Alexander, can you do something about my arthritis for just a little bit? These
Yeah,
fingers
of
aren't as
course.
nimble as they used to be.
Puts a hand on her back and then perfect remedy.
I know that's a temporary relief, but and then a minute or two later, she gets it open.
Actually,
Back, carefully puts everything back in the pouch, back into the purse.
well, it might not be so temporary.
Oh, trust me, boy. Anything you can do for old age is going to be temporary.
Could I consider arthritis a malady?
Truthfully, probably. Like, you couldn't stop her from aging, but
Yeah.
I mean, it says such as disease or poison, and
Oh.
arthritis is classified as a disease.
yeah, it's really the body fighting against itself. But that would work on cancer, probably. So
So could
Alexander's just the cure for cancer.
could I utilize alleviate and basically cure her arthritis?
I would say so.
Arthritis, what
It's like
arthritis?
the problems that causes it to happen might cause it to happen again at some point later. But though at her age,
Stop praying for my grandma. She's too strong.
No, I just imagine
he'll-
she's
he'll-
like, oh hey, and she starts dancing.
So Alexander,
the old
will
guy
pull
from the
out
Six
little
Flags
cotton
commercials.
candy, and he'll take her hand and he'll put it in her hand. Like, I want you to know you're kind of using it as a guinea pig for this, but eat this.
Well, after you selling it like that, how can I refuse? Oh,
Well, I don't want to lie to you. It's my first time attempting this. And alleviate, basically used via cooking.
I assume there is a roll involved since it says you attempt.
I have no idea. That's literally a copy paste of what the book says.
Well, an intellect, probably.
Yeah, I would say intellect based. With your skill for crafting or using magic, probably.
I would be utilizing both.
Oh, that's right. I was thinking that was the same combo skill. That's two different skills.
Yep. Using magic and my cooking training.
All right. So arthritis and
Yeah,
somebody
that's
old.
probably-
I'm going to say it's intimidating just based on her age and stuff.
Okay.
Much
So
like
difficulty
Arthur
6.
says.
Arthritis.
Got it.
Well, you've got too many of the witchy types in the fiction that are still dealing with
Old age maladies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For them to be able to just snap their fingers and take the stuff out permanently.
Yep.
Okay. I should probably
Okay, I thought he froze for a second, and I saw him squint his eyes.
No, I'm going through stuff.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, no kidding. Just nope.
Bad day.
So
Actually, you know what?
she eats
Just
whatever it was.
because I'm gonna spend an XP and I'm gonna roll that again.
Oh, you're so fond of Granny Calder.
Gonna be a shame when you kill her.
Yeah, I mean,
Don't
if
don't
anything were
you
to happen,
dare.
look, I have no specific plans.
She's not pre-doomed by the plot.
Yeah,
There we go.
she's not Charlie Wayne. Charlie Wayne was doomed from the moment I conceived him.
Yeah.
Now it's a success.
Okay. She's like, yeah. Even tastes good. It's not always easy to do with herbal remedies.
Suddenly starts feeling the swelling in her joints go down.
Well, let's get in here. Goes in, flips the lights on. The what did y'all post?
Oh my god.
She's a Calder.
Fucking kung fu hustle here. It's just like...
Well, now she married into the Calders.
That doesn't matter. She has the personality of a Calder.
Though with the family reputation, that never seems to matter.
Yep. You married in? You actually did this voluntarily? You must be nuts.
That may be worse than a natural born Calder.
I'm just imagining Mace's reaction when Lula's suddenly just walking around fine, no arthritis detected.
She goes to climb over the fence. She's like, let me. What the hell?
But
Alexander just proud with a cup of coffee.
But yeah, so she flips on the lights, and bloodstains are still on. So nothing has been done to clean this place up.
Yeah.
They're probably still getting, working on getting in contact with the next of kin and that kind of thing.
Yeah, and I am going to utilize trace the threads on writing.
Okay. All right. Was that something you had to roll, or was that one that just went off?
So it's an action to cast, cost me 2, but it's free because of my edge. Trained in all tasks involving following, hunting, finding, interacting with, and understanding.
Okay.
But I can only pick one magical quarry at a time.
Gotcha.
In this case, writing.
All right. As before, kind of hurt your eyes to look at it for very long. You see Granny Calder, she gives it a good long hard stare, and then she stops, has to turn around and is rubbing her eyes.
Yeah, he put some glasses on, was sort of his trigger for trace the threads. They're lensless. Just rims.
Yeah, this is definitely magical writing. So what exactly is it you're trying to do?
Understand it, basically.
Okay.
Like, try to figure out what it is, because it's not in a language anyone knows.
Does anybody remember what I had y'all rolling before?
I think understanding magic.
I mean, sorry, the difficulty that I had y'all.
Ugh.
Was it formidable?
I don't know.
Because I know it was a good high roll, or high difficulty.
I want to say it was at least a 5, maybe a 6.
We'll go with intimidating.
Okay.
But this time you have an applicable skill you can use.
Yeah.
Because the
I've got 2 technically now.
well, understanding magic would help you kind of get what
It
it
was a
is
7.
as far as actually understanding precisely what it's saying.
Yeah, but and also utilizing my trace the thread's power as an
Yeah.
asset. And can
Well,
I?
that's not. Is that an asset, or that just makes you trained in whatever you need to roll? Which I guess
Automatically trained, but
mechanically works out the same, I guess.
well, so trained. I'm already trained in understanding magic, so that bumps it up to specialty level, I think.
Okay, I
for
get what
this
you're saying.
particular
Yeah. All right. Anyway, you rolled a 16.
Oh, that was the arthritis thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you'd already rolled the next one. My bad.
And because Lula is there, can I utilize Ray of Sunshine to get help?
Sure. Because she is trying to figure this out as well.
There we go.
All right. So you got a 14. Beats difficulty 4. Difficulty was 6, but with your training and your asset.
Yep.
Oh, you put
And
effort
effort,
into it?
just in
And you
case.
put effort into it. Okay.
I wanted to make sure.
That's fair enough.
Give it everything.
Basically.
So Lula is able to. She recognizes the text as well, not a human language.
Yeah.
It is writing people that have given themselves to the dark use, and
Okay.
presumably, any haint or booger connected to the dark. You don't understand it in the in like it's not like you're just suddenly you can read the language and you know exactly what it says. You're getting impressions of what it means.
Okay.
These people were a sacrifice, essentially.
Got it.
It is using their death to try to give power to something. You're not 100% sure what. You get an impression that makes you think of the Eye Stealer. Like you have no doubts. Okay, that thing is what wrote this. But it seems to be direct. You feel like it's directing the power somewhere else. Like he wasn't scrawling on the wall to empower himself or itself. It didn't really have genitals. But yeah. Too much information.
I just like the impressions I'm getting out of this.
Nothing good is ever written with this language.
Well, no, but are you picking up the impressions it's giving?
Just the headache it's giving me. What are you feeling?
Well, this poor family they were sacrificed. That
That's not
Eye
too surprising.
Stealer definitely wrote this, but it was done so in such a way to draw power from the sacrifice and send it elsewhere. It's not that I can read it, but it's the feeling I'm getting. You can kind of see it in the threads, the way it was written, and the way the energy's kind of flowing elsewhere.
So it's more than a feeling.
Sorry.
Yeah. So she studies a little bit closer for as long as she can.
Mhm.
That's an interesting little gift you've got there. Might be dangerous, too. It probably ain't good for your state of mind. Wouldn't be good for your state of mind to understand this too closely, or too well.
Like I said, I can't read it at all. It's just
Mm-hmm.
the impression I'm getting.
No, you gotta
Don't
trust
let
your instincts.
Lucille hear anyone speak it.
But that means your eye stealing buddy there has got a buddy of his own.
Makes me wonder.
He was going to bury
Well,
them
he was-
deer. Oh,
Exactly.
She's like, go ahead.
No, that's what I was thinking. Which reminds me, I need to go purify that site.
She wanders into the Owens kitchen. Opens a couple of cabinets. Or up the cabinets up under the sink.
Mhm.
Comes up with some. I'm pretty sure this existed. A good old bottle of Formula 409.
Mm-hmm.
And grabs like the dish rag.
So, quick question: with that successful roll, would he also notice that part of the basically empowering blood, as it were, is now gone? Because the
No,
doc took it?
I'm going to say that the little bit the doctor chipped off isn't really enough to have overly changed the form of the letter.
Okay.
It's like he didn't scrape an entire letter off. He just, just a little sample.
Got it.
Enough he could put under a microscope or whatever.
Gotcha. Alrighty. Yeah, my initial impression of the description was like there was like a chunk of a letter missing.
Yeah, I did not mean it to be that big a chunk.
Okay. Got it.
But
So not enough to be noticeable, so he wouldn't. Okay.
But Lula makes sure that you've gotten everything you think you can get off of this.
And he has notated that.
Okay. And then she starts just spritzing the wall down and wiping. And some of the letters she wipes away completely. Some of them it just blurs, and I just don't think it's safe to leave this sitting out.
It ain't.
Especially if your friend, the doctor, is interested in it.
Yeah.
Hopefully the sheriff won't get too upset about the crime scene.
Wipe your fingers off of things.
Oh, trust me, Lula was already going to be doing that.
Fantastic. Good to know it runs in the family.
Yes, Alexander, to your amusement, when she's done with that, she does take out a little handkerchief and starts wiping down everything she touched. Spritzes the 409.
You wanted to see what her grandmother was capable of. And that answer was crime.
Yep.
It's a long family tradition going back many generations, probably.
Look, sometimes you're fighting a booger, you got to break into its house while it's asleep.
Yeah.
So her cleaning it, he will comment like, "Well, how are the joints feeling, Gran?"
And it's like she didn't realize how much better they were feeling until you mentioned something. Oh man, whatever you gave me, you need to bottle that up and sell it.
It's a little bit of what I learned from Meemaw, a little bit from what I learned out on the road, as it were.
Experience is the best teacher sometimes. You didn't touch anything while you were in here, did you?
No, I did.
Okay. She wipes off the doorknob as y'all leave. Having relocked the door.
Experience is good, especially when you got flying heads.
No. Focus on the boogers that live around here. I don't need to know.
Well, it's an interesting tale.
I don't need to know.
You got it, Gran.
All right.
Just make sure you have a barrel of vinegar.
No, they need the vinegar. You smash the barrels of vinegar you find in their lairs. What's wrong with you?
You use the barrels of vinegar to lure them in, and then you just.
All right, so while they're doing that, Mace, you are driving by the old Gallows house.
Was she picking up Lulu and Zeke?
Hey, if she sees them outside, she'll be like, "Hey, you want to go walk a perimeter or something?" I think it's by their house.
It's not
Oh no, it's
Whose house?
like
Oh,
she would get.
no.
Yeah, it's all the way down here, and their house is over here.
yeah.
If they had any reason to be in town while she was driving by and she saw them, she'd.
Oh wait, they were supposed to go shopping. Wait a minute.
Yep, they're in town shopping.
If she sees them, and they
So
flag
yeah,
'em
as you're
down,
going through the four-way, you turn, you go down, you see him walking out of the five and dime.
Zeke's
y'all
carrying
walk
like
all the way
two-
up here.
Zeke's carrying 2 bags.
Yeah, she's pretty sure neither one of them have a vehicle. Did y'all walk
Nope.
all the way? Jesus, get in the
Maybe.
car.
We're going.
Why?
I can drive you back after I run a chore for Gran.
Looks at Lulu.
Okay.
Or walk, I don't care.
I
I
guess
assume
we'll
we get in the truck. Get in the
All right.
truck.
So you drive down to the old Gallows house. Sure enough, the address you've been given is the house next door. The as it was described to Alexander, the little girl's room's kind of on the back of the house, but it's on the side closest to the Gallows house.
Okay, so she won't have to make it very obvious or anything. Okay, now, don't touch nothing. Don't step into the Gallows property. If something's looking at you, no, it ain't. Do not perceive the house too much.
I don't
Apparently
want
my
to
less-
be here. Exactly.
Okay,
I don't
you can
like
stay in the
it.
truck if you want. I'll be right back. Also, we're talking about paradise when I get back into the car and she closes the door.
So what
We
you see that's
Talk
different.
about anything, madame.
So what you see when
Walking.
you get out of the house, when you start looking at the house, because you drove your Grand by here one time, so you had seen where people were moving in. So there's some building supplies out. Clearly, they're doing a bunch of remodeling on the house. Someone's also tilled up part of the side yard, like they're making a little garden,
Oh,
right up on the property line.
son of a bitch.
Back corner of the property, you can see where someone has started building a shed or some kind of outbuilding.
Cool. She probably walked when Graham was refreshing the wards. Did Gran walk for like the perimeter? Would she remember if these are like if the buildings on either side of the property line? Because I'm imagining there's not any little flags out there or anything.
No flags, no fence up. That looks to be about right where she was walking. Like she did not, when y'all did that, she did not step onto
Assholes.
did not actually step
Yeah.
onto the Gallows property. She was walking in these other people's yard, essentially. But, right there at the property line.
Let's move into the nicest house on the block. Why is it so cheap? Oh yeah, the guy that lived next door is a crazy ghost now. This'll go well.
I feel like the person who understands magic more than Mace should follow.
Oh, yeah,
Neither
Mace.
one of them said they were getting out of the truck.
Mace, give me a, would it be the understanding magic? I'm going to do the understanding magic.
Well, I mean, I figured afterwards Lucille would probably get out.
Let her walk up there and look, and then get out of the truck.
Okay, she didn't get killed. All right. Understanding magic at what difficulty, probably?
This will only be difficulty 3, demanding.
All right.
You can feel a sort of trace remnant of your grandmother's wards.
Okay.
They're basically down. It's like you can just kind of tell where they've been. Like maybe they could be built back up from this, but this is. It's like if you walked up to a fireplace and you didn't see any fire, but when you reached out and put your hands on the ash, you could feel a little residual heat from deeper down in there.
Oh, this is bad.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Hmm?
Can we give the words a band-aid? A quick repair job while we
I'm not trained in wards. I'm trained in beating the shit out of stuff and getting the shit beat out of me and learn about magic. Alexander and Gran know more about wards than I do. Gran a hell of a lot more.
I've been in
This is her doings and something that undid this. Either by getting destroyed or by a combination of getting destroyed and what was in there, taking advantage of it getting damaged and pushing its way out. I don't know.
I know a bit, but I've never really tried.
Zeke, are you still waiting in the car, or did you get out?
No, no. When he's following Lulu, he's not
Okay.
letting her out of his sight.
No, he's in the shape of a dog in the car, and there's the note on the thing saying he's fine, the AC is on.
The AC's on, his favorite radio station's on.
So Zeke, as you're walking to catch up with the ladies, and the ladies will hear this as well, you hear a door slam.
In which direction?
Oh, as you're walking forward, it'd be over on your left.
Is that
It's on the
from
left.
the new house or the
It's from the
that
Gallows.
That's from the Gallows house.
Oh,
And you look
well,
over there, and the door is now wide open. The front door.
We need to go.
There.
I still want to give it a shot on trying to do a
Go. Knock yourself out, Miss Thang, but understand we don't need to be.
Zeke walks over and just like picks her up, throws her over his shoulder, and just walks to the truck.
I'm gonna go see about talking to the folks next door real quick and see how that goes. And
That's something
yeah.
I wanted to do.
She lets them do their thing.
Zeke's gonna carry her to the truck.
Carry her to the truck in the most Hanna-Barbera way possible. You're literally like just holding her sitting above your head.
No, she's got a
How
dress
is
on.
she
Flintstoning this.
Never going to learn wards properly.
In a safe environment at Zeke's house.
All right, so Mace, you're approaching the door.
Not Gallows.
Oh,
She's
you're
approaching the neighbors.
Yes, yeah, I assumed.
And
I'm gonna go up and knock on the Gallows door and be like, "Hey, any ghosts in here? Hey, it's me.
No,
It's your boy."
Come in. All right, so you knock on the door in just a minute. A lady opens it. Yes, can I help you? She seemed almost taken aback by how tall
I
you are.
believe you spoke to Mr. Alexander Winters earlier today.
Oh, yes, yes.
And you understand the kind of workings and stuff he does and all that.
My husband was telling me a little bit about it, yes. Oh, yes, yes, he did give us some medicine.
Not to alarm you, but do you have any family nearby you could go visit for an extended weekend or something?
No, my family's all up in Virginia.
That ain't that long of a drive, considering. I mean, how fond of them are you?
Of my family? Quite fond.
Find an excuse to go visit them.
Is it really that bad?
I mean, I'll have Alexander and my grandmother look at it, but yeah, it could be an issue where maybe taking a little bit of a vacation could be a good idea if nothing's attached.
Okay. I'll
Why'd you
speak.
buy a house here? Did you not look next door? Did you buy it sight unseen?
Well, my husband had come up here and looked at it, and this
Is your
is a very
husband
nice
blind?
house.
I'm sure this house is fantastic. Did you look next door?
Well, I mean, it looks like it's been abandoned for a little while. It's only been abandoned for a few years.
Ma'am.
Well, 10 years maybe, yeah, whatever. Okay, it's been a while, but it's not. It doesn't look like it's about to collapse in on itself or anything.
Mace internally, yeah, because all the ghosts inside it are holding it up.
Mace having this conversation while clearly holding a gas can for no particular reason.
But
Racks the shotgun. House is haunted.
but
Room is haunted.
I'll speak with my husband when he gets here. He's
I'll have them come over and look at it too, but yeah, you might want to consider, at least for maybe a little bit of time.
okay.
Not to be alarmist, but good God.
And she looks like she doesn't quite want to believe this, but you can see bags in her eyes. Clearly, she hasn't been sleeping well either. So
Whatever Alexander gave you, definitely use it. It'll at least stopgap you. I'll have folks a bit more experience than me come look at this.
Okay.
Well, we'll talk soon, probably, I'm sure.
All right. Well, thank you for coming by.
Yes, ma'am. Walking back like, God, people moving in places they don't understand, digging up dirt.
All right, Catriona.
And
It is 9:30.
I know we're gonna
yeah,
try to
it's
get through
9:30.
this little bit with her and a little bit with Cyrus really fast.
With Zeke.
Yeah, they never went. They never got me. It's just Zeke and.
Yeah. There's something else with Cyrus going on.
Ah.
Which will, I mean, it'll technically be cutting the next day, but Catriona, when you go to work this morning or today, you get there, you start getting stuff ready, opening up. You hear a little bit of noise from down in the basement. Doctor's not here yet. It's like you thought you heard something shuffling, and then it sounds like you heard something fall over. But then it's quiet.
Okay. Going to go and close up the place. Get to the nearest phone booth. Do I even have anybody's number?
All of y'all have exchange numbers. Cyrus does not have a number, he has a CB.
Okay. I will probably try to call Mace's house.
Nobody's there at the moment.
And I will try down the list of people to see who I can get. Probably nobody answers.
Yeah. Zeke and Lucille are out of their house. Mace is out of her house. Alexander's out of his house. Granny Calder's out of her house. And like I said, Cyrus doesn't have a phone. He's got the CBs. How y'all get in touch with him? As you're at the nearest phone booth, you do see the doctor pull up. Like you had to cross the street and walk a block or two down, but you can still see the office. So you see the doctor's car pull in. He gets out. He looks around like he was expecting to see your car, because you usually beat him here. And then he walks on into the office.
And I'll wait a couple of minutes kind of watching, and then I'll probably go in. The doctor's already went in.
When the door opens, you hear him call out, Catriona, is that you?
Yes, sorry, I was running a little behind.
Oh, it's quite all right. Quite all right. I thought it was unusual when I got here and your truck wasn't here yet. Or not truck, your car. And if you walk back to where he's just in the back room setting stuff up for the day.
Okay, and then she'll just start with her day trying to get everything ready and set up.
Okay.
For the first appointment.
Okay. You do hear him open the basement door and go downstairs.
I'll try to kind of keep an ear out to listen for anything.
Give me a perception. I think that's a skill.
That is
anyway.
intellect.
It would be
right?
intellect and the perception skill if you've got it.
I don't think I have perception.
Difficulty is 4 because the basement door is pretty thick, reinforced door. So.
Did he close the door behind him, or did he
Yes,
just leave it open?
He closed the door behind him.
Nope.
Okay. You can hear that this he's doing something down there. It doesn't sound like a fight, but you can't really make out. Maybe you caught half a word or something, but the doctor mutters to himself sometimes when he's engrossed in something. So. And the rest of the day goes fairly uneventfully. 30 minutes later, he comes out, well before the first appointment, he comes back up out of the basement. Then let's cut to Cyrus. Now, Cyrus, the next day for you, yes. You had spent the morning jury rigging your trail cam, then just went back to work on the house, did your shift, came home in the evening, nothing too unusual. It's when you get up the next morning and you check your trail cam. I assume you got it set up where it would be taking more than just one picture.
Yes.
So you get the first couple of pictures. It's just dogs there eating. All of them in the black spiked collars. Okay. And it looks like about 4 or 5 dogs, depending on the picture.
I guess they do have collars. So someone.
The last picture, however, there is a man crouched down among them.
Did he just walk up or did he just appear?
Well, this is taking still shots. This is photos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is not a video. This is like an actual old photo.
Chicka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like he's kneeled down. He's just sort of petting on the dogs, like he's letting them eat. But he's dressed kind of like a hunter. He's got a rifle on his back. He's got some stuff on his back, like maybe that's a knife sheath you see. Like I said, he's crouching. You can't really tell how tall he is or nothing. And he's wearing a Davy Crockett style coonskin cap.
Interesting.
Got a little goatee. Kind of sharp features. And he's petting on the dogs and looking slightly down, so you don't really get a straight on look at it. Though the way he's dressed would make him pretty recognizable.
Do the clothes look modern or much older?
They have an older homemade style to them. But like the pants have what looks like, kind of modern pockets.
I see.
But you think it might be that it might be actual leather as opposed to denim or anything. Yeah, that's probably all you get because it's gonna be an old timey camera stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm going to assume instant camera just for simplicity's sake, because otherwise you have to run off somewhere to get them developed.
Okay. Yeah.
Or maybe that's what you spend the early part of the next day doing. Because I'm sure
That
there's
works.
somebody in town. There's a photographer place in town you could probably pay to get a rush job.
Yep.
But we'll wrap there. You've got a picture of this guy with the dogs.
Interesting.
So we will wrap there for tonight. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I had fun. Now, the following day after that, though, I do need to cover this. Carr, you're not going to be here next week, in all likelihood.
Mm-hmm.
So, does Zeke take a trip down to Paradise?
With Lulu. With Lulu, yes.
All right, Nix, are you going to be here next week?
Probably not.
Okay. Okay, well, both of y'all going to be on there, you know. Whatever warnings Mace gives you about Paradise, you ignore and head that way anyway. Or is Mace just warning them about what people not to talk to while they're there?
She'll advise him B&L ain't that fantastic. And don't make any bargains with people you don't get the names of first. And just don't make any bargains, actually. Just don't.
Does she give Zeke like, here's a letter, go deliver this, don't ask questions, just hand it off?
No, she actually wouldn't do that.
Okay.
She'd be like, don't make any deals with anyone by the last name of Fields. I think that's and just
Does he have
don't.
a first name?
Several.
Great.
Black hair, indiscriminate age. Don't make any deals with people. Oh, that's the problem.
Okay, so with despite those warnings, Zeke and Lucille probably catch a bus to Paradise. There's probably a bus that comes through every now and then.
There's also a direct route from Paradise to Boone, courtesy of B&O.
That is true. No, wait, the B&L I thought ran north to south.
But there's still, at least in the book I saw, because I was glancing through real quick, they have a direct route between Boone and Paradise.
Okay. But it may go north out of Boone and then loop around.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, hope anybody that comes by and checks us out later. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you'll join us again next week. Again, I was your storyteller for the evening, Jason, and with me has been Rappy as Catriona.
Have a good night.
Nix as Lucille.
Bye-bye.
Patrick as Cyrus.
Always a pleasure.
Sarah as Mace. Eric as Alexander. And Carr as Ezekiel Thomas. At least his last name wasn't Borrow.
That'd be terrifying.
Hey, should be getting a shotgun.
Or lock.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
lock.
Or lock. Anyway, we'll talk to y'all next time.